Hey guys, you're watching Motor 69. So in this video we are going to review for the first time 350cc bike in our channel, and it's approximately costing 2 lakhs. So which is that bike? You have already seen the thumbnail. It is Royal Enfield Hunter 350. So we'll be going to see this bike in the three segments. So one is variants and pricing and colors, and second one is a walk around with specification, and the third one will be the riding experience, because I've personally ride it, I've given a test ride, and I'm going to share you what was my experience. So let us begin the video without any delay. So coming to the variants of this bike, so this bike is available in three different variants: the retro factory base variant, metro dapper second, and top end with metro rebel. With the pricing there, 191,314 for the retro factory, 1,99,900 for the metro dapper, and metro rebel comes at 2,07,900. And this is the on-road price of the Bangalore. And if you want to check the prices in the other states, do use the internet, or if you are still struggling to find it, just comment me. I'll tell you which state what price the bike is. And coming to the color variants, it has got 8 different color variants, and you can see it in the screen. So moving on to the walk around, a very simple walk around with the specifications. So this bike comes at around of 181 kg, and it's a lightweight and compact vehicle in Royal Enfield's all the bikes. So all the bikes of the Royal Enfield, like Classic 350, Interceptor, Meteor, comes at a range of 200 to 210 kg, while this bike comes at 180 kg, and this doesn't look so huge like those ones. So this is why I said it lightweight and compact vehicle. So from the front you can see a headlamp, typical Royal Enfield headlamp with a halogen bulb. There is no LED element used over here. And you can see from the below side there's an indicators, and below that there's a shock absorbers. So these shock absorbers are 41 mm telescopic suspension that has been provided in this bike. And then you see below the mudguard, which is made of fiber. And now if you see, overall this bike is made of fiber parts, and wherever the essential metal parts, there only the Royal Enfield has given the metal parts. So that is one thing to be noticeable. It is not that the fiber parts are cheap and very easy to break. The fiber parts used here are of very high quality, and what this has added the advantages is this helped the Royal Enfield to reduce the weight of this bike to 180 kgs, and that is the speciality of this bike. And from the side you can see there are huge chunky tires, and the exhaust pipe that's traveling there, so huge and long exhaust pipe that is traveling there, and Hunter badging on there. And even in the tank it's RE, and the paint, as the paint scheme changes, the RE position and the color also is changing, and that's a very good thing to see. And below there is a as I said, as an exhaust pipe that's running too long, and I'll be even going to listen you the exhaust note of this bike. From the rear end we can see tail lamps. Only LED element that's used here is this tail lamp, which is LED bulb, and whereas all the other elements are halogen, and indicators on the two sides, which is similar, the same as the front one, and it is also an halogen indicators only. And as you can see from the above, the seat is very comfortable, and this is another option, like you can go for tourist seats also as an accessory, but I don't think you want that one, because this seat itself is very comfortable to ride in the city, and it is so huge and broad, and one can sit very easily on the seat and ride in a very comfortable manner. And as soon as you move from the seat, you see the huge tank over there, and that tank is so huge. Like, it similarly reminds of the Royal Enfield Classic 350, where it is also going to get such a round bulky fuel tank. And the fuel tank capacity is 13 liters, and tested and claimed range is having 481 kilometers for the full tank, and it can reach a top speed of 114 kilometers per hour. And as we speak of the top speed, just below the tank we see the engine setup, and the technology used is air cooled, and as you see, 350cc bikes generally come with oil cooled engine with radiator, but here the radiator and the oil cooled setup is entirely removed, and Royal Enfield has attempted to go for the air cooled engine, and they have researched and they have worked on the technology of air cooling, and the engine has been made. So this engine, it's not like there is no oil cooling, so heat is more while riding. No, it's not that. When I was riding, I was not experiencing so much heat from the vehicle, so the cooling is very good. And when I speak about the engine, it's a 349cc air cooled engine which produces 20.2 bhp power and 27 Newton meters of torque. Now torque is more in this bike compared to the power, and the torque is felt exactly as you move in the first gear, that I'll be going to discuss in the ride review. So for now, the torque and power figures are really powerful. And basically when we come up and see the handlebars and instrument cluster, it is the same as the Meteor. So you are going to get a very high quality handlebars with the switches, as well as a very beautiful offset instrument display. So here you see there are round knobs for headlamp controls, and on the other side you have for kill switch as well as startup buttons. And other than that, all the other buttons are the same. Hazard light has been given, indicators and horn, everything remains the same. Next, moving on to the instrument cluster, we can see it's a round offset instrument cluster. Tacho is missing, but other than that, all the other information is well integrated into the system. You have gear indicators, trip A, trip B, speed, time, and all the other necessary neutral engine malfunction indicators been placed around the gauge. And now let me show you one more feature of this bike is the side stand cutoff sensor. So now the stand has been put, and I'm trying to switch on the bike, and the bike is not turning on. And while now, when after I'm lifting this stand, the bike is on. So in some bikes, it is like the bike gets on in the neutral, but when you attempt to put a gear, the bike switches off. But here, the bike entirely shuts off, and only when you lift that side stand is the bike is going to on. That is a very good feature from Royal Enfield. So now one of the factors that I have missed now is the suspension and the braking system. So here you're getting the front telescopic 41mm telescopic fork, and the rear you're getting twin tube emulsion shock absorber with 6-step adjustable suspension. So the suspension is really good, and the ride is going to be pretty much comfortable and premium. And next, talking about the brakes and the tire profile, now I have listed all the three variants and what are the difference between them. So when you see the retro factory, you are going to get a disc at the front and drum at the back. Especially surprised when you see 350cc bike getting a drum brake. I think that should have been avoided. And next, you're getting single channel ABS with a drum size 153mm and a disc size of 300mm. And next is surprising thing is the tire profile, where you're getting 100/80 17-inch front tires and 120/80 17-inch rear tire. And this is not an alloy wheel, it is a spoked wheel with a tubed tire. Now this makes a huge difference. So you are not getting an alloy wheel, and you are not getting a double channel ABS, and another thing is that you are getting a drum brakes. When you see the Dapper, you see a disc on two sides with front 300mm and rear 270mm, and you are going to get the dual channel ABS, and the tire profiles are 110/70 17-inch and 140/70 17-inch tires with alloy wheels. And this is the same specification that we are going to even get with the Rebel. Now with the price comparison, I guess Metro Dapper is more value for money, because for the price amount of somewhere around 8,000, you are going to get dual channel ABS, double disc plus alloy wheels. And again, for the off-roading purpose, you want spoked wheels. So if your purpose is for off-roading more, then I think you can go for Retro Factory. But it is not the case, then you can go for Metro Dapper or Metro. Next, moving on to the riding segment. Now we didn't get the permission to completely shoot this video, We have shot some 3 scenes, and due to even traffic police restrictions, we could only shoot up to 3 shots, and I'm going to explain you the details of the bike with these 3 shots. Now as we sit, we feel like a commuter bike because of the position of the handle and the levers. So somewhere I felt that I am sitting on a commuter bike because I am having SP125 as a personal bike, and I felt the similar experience when I sat on the Hunter 350. And it's not like it's very light weight, so the weight can be felt 180 kg, but while riding and maneuvering in the traffic, I don't think we can feel the weight as much. And as we start the vehicle, it just pulls off really good, and the torque can be visible right from the first gear. And when I was riding around 30 kilometers at the third gear, the bike still is taking very good load, and the engine is very much refined. I'm not much feeling any of the vibrations as much, and the test ride length was very short for me, and I got a little space where the vehicles were not there, and the road was free. So I even revved the engine to see how the vehicle pulls, and the pull is really great. If you want to really enjoy the pull of the vehicle, I think pick it on a highway and see how the vehicle goes. And 114 kmph is amazing thing, but I cannot ride it in the city. But as far as the condition goes, I have tested this bike and it is good. And one more thing is the riding comfort. It is very good, pretty good. The suspension seat, as I said earlier, it is pretty damn good, and I feel really have a premium feeling when I am riding this bike. And even the pillion rider who was sitting beside me, he also shared his experience, and even I sat as a pillion and had a ride, and it was a really wonderful, pleasant experience. It is like I'm traveling in a car, so such a feeling is coming in this bike. So that is how the bike is. And in terms of maneuverability and overtaking, this bike you can pick at any gear and the bike oozes like anything. It power and torque just comes out of the engine like it wants to be, and you can overtake any vehicle very easily, and the maneuverability is also very good. And in terms of braking, we had dual channel dual disc variant, and the braking is spot on. The brake is really good. I think even if I am traveling at around 40, 50, 60 kilometers per hour, when I applied the brakes, the bike stood for where I wanted to stop. And the braking is really good, and also the suspension setup is also pretty much good. I think overall, if I can see, this vehicle is a pretty much value for money package at around 2 lakhs, because at around 2 lakhs now, you, in terms of bikes, you are getting around 180cc, 220cc, whereas Royal Enfield is offering you a 350cc vehicle, and that is a very good thing. And if you want to buy this, I think the value for money edition will be Metro Dapper. And with this, I am going to end this video. I hope you found this very useful. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel and press the bell button icon, so that we will be encouraged to make more of such videos. So that, and we will end the video with this. Meet in the next video. Until then, goodbye.